Our team selected Oprah Winfrey for our final project. Oprah Winfrey is a talk show host, a media executive, an actress, a network owner, author, and billionaire philanthropist. She was the very first black woman billionaire in world history and one of the most influential people in the world. In 1971, Oprah went to Tennessee State University. She started working on television and radio broadcasting in Nashville. And then in 1976, she moved to Baltimore and hosted People Are Talking for 8 years until she was recruited by a Chicago TV station to host her very own morning show called the AM Chicago. It only took a few months for her warm-hearted, open personality to win her over 100,000 viewers. She ranked higher than Phil Donahue's show, increasing her ratings from last first place. In 1986, she launched her show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, which ran for 25 years until 2011. By the end of the first year, The Oprah Winfrey Show grossed $125 million. She started her own production studio called Harpo, which is Oprah spelled backwards. She soon gained ownership of the program from ABC. As talk shows became more tabloid-based, Oprah held true to her ethics and values, refusing to allow her show to go into other directions, and maintained her true-to-self ethics. This caused a little bit of a drop in her ratings, but it was important to her to maintain her image and the ethics and values that she had personally. The Oprah Show ran in more than 100 countries worldwide from 2010 to 2011. But Oprah had announced in 2009, before the season, that she would end the show upon contract completion. During this time, as an avid reader, she started a book club, which remains active today. This book club enabled some unknown authors to rise from the bottom to the top. In 2019, Oprah announced expansion of the book club to Apple with a new streaming subscription. Empowering others. Oprah has been known for her compelling mission with girls and women in South Africa. She felt empowering girls through education was at the top of the global agenda. Educating a girl affects her family, community, and her nation. It's a direct quote from Oprah. To do this, Oprah started the Leadership Academy School for Girls in South Africa. The academy had the mind power, but not the means for education. Her goal for future empowerment of young girls is to develop a new generation of women, leaders who would, by virtue of their education and service, lead the change to transform themselves, their communities, and the larger world around them. Oprah was the true face of empowering women and girls. These are some of Oprah's empowering quotes. Doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment. Turn your wounds into wisdom. The biggest adventure you could ever take is to live the life of your dreams. Where there is no struggle, there is no strength. The more you praise and celebrate life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Oprah's leadership and management styles. As our course studies this semester talked about the different types of leadership and management, we determined that Oprah's leadership style was most like the transformational leader. The characteristics of a transformational leader is influential. We know that Oprah is influential. She's well known. She's admired by many. And she, just her success story alone, rising from the struggles she had in her life to being the successful entrepreneur that she is very influential. Inspiring. She has a passion for community. She has empowerment for girls and women. She's motivating, encouraging, and uplifting. Now with her Weight Watchers spokesperson, she, as a Weight Watchers spokesperson, she encourages and uplifts people to be healthier and to be the best self that they can be. Intellectual. She believes in continual learning. She's a visionary, and she's continually expanding her brand. 5 keys to managerial success that we talked about in our coursework. Developing self-awareness. Oprah often speaks about knowing yourself and what matters most in your life. Emotional intelligence, the ability to control emotions, which Oprah does well as a talk show host. Cognitive style, how we perceive, respond, and interpret facts. Oprah would not be successful as a talk show host without this quality of cognitive interpretation of data. As you listen to her interviews, it's clear she has done her preparation, knowing the questions to ask, and has good cognitive aptitude. She has an attitude towards change. Oprah has reinvented herself throughout her life. She's an advocate for change. She's an advocate for continual learning and being the best version of oneself. This is apparent through her masterclass series, her book club, her philanthropy work, acting, as she has been in a few movies, and even in her health and wellness as a Weight Watchers spokesperson. Finally, the 5th key to managerial success is core self-evaluation. Oprah is a confident woman with a good level of self-esteem. She doesn't appear haughty and arrogant. I think most people feel that she's relatable. Motivating through leadership. Oprah has 3 leadership styles, and those being vision, value, and her team. Her basic leadership style is unparalleled and incredibly effective. Her basic philosophy branches to 3 styles of leadership, which are vision, value, and her team. To motivate her team, she speaks to them as equals. She also offers incentives for them to come to work and to do their very best. She does motivate them through rewards, such as offering to pay for a trip to Australia for them. She shows them that she is listening to them, nurturing these relationships. She believes not only this will help inform them and keep that open door policy, but her success in the future is through acknowledging them and building that network of employees. She motivates them through fairness and expressing high expectations from them. She listens carefully and considers each of their concerns. She gives them motivation through encouraging them to be creative and innovative. She lavishes her teams with praise and vacations to top members, and this is why they are motivated to work so hard for her. Oprah believes in her employees, and she believes that they are the lifeblood of her company. That's why she treats them so well. Managing conflict. There are 3 questions Oprah says conflict comes down to. Did you hear me? Did you see me? Did what I say mean anything to you? By that, she means conflict is both logical and illogical. It's about what's being said and what's not being said, the disposition that you have. And according to Oprah, all conflicts come down to these 3 questions, and only these questions. She said that whether it is at home or in the workplace, people just want to be seen and heard. They want to know that they're listened to and their concerns are cared about. So she doesn't start by defending herself or addressing the conflicts. First, she helps them to feel understood, and she shows them that their point matters and that she's listening. Oprah says that once you show them that you are listening and you care about their concerns, their nervous system relaxes and the situation changes. The conflict seems to become a more manageable conflict, and the staff member feels that they are being heard and their concerns are carried out. They are valued as an employee. And Oprah's conflict management at work is according to these attributes, and the understanding and making sure that her employees know that they can come to her with any problems and that she will listen and at least take their concerns into consideration. And that's her management style for conflict. Oprah's influence. In relationship to Chapter 5 in the book, the series of studies on the personal power section, the text describes effort as higher than expected commitment of time. Also legitimacy, which is said to be behavior consistent with key organization values. Oprah is an influential woman who has accomplished many things in her career. In an article called 9 Things Oprah Did First by Christina D'Ambrosio, it is outlined these various achievements that Miss Winfrey did, and they're shown in the slide above. Was the first youngest female anchor on Nashville at age 19 on the WTVF TV. She was the first African American woman to be noted as the most influential people in entertainment. She's the first to receive the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award. She was the first African American woman in the world's richest people list of Forbes magazine. The article says that Oprah worked as a news anchor while in her sophomore year of college, and that she was pegged by Entertainment Weekly as influential entertainment. In 1990 and 91, out of their list of 101, Miss Winfrey ranked 55 and 94th, respectively. In the year 2002, when she received the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award, it's another factor in the legitimacy of her influence, is that she was also included in the Forbes magazine for the world's richest people list. Leading positive change. Oprah is quite the leader of positive change. She is inspiring and optimistic in her attitudes. She gives advice and offers suggestions to others in hard times. Her nature to always be improving, both professionally and personally, it inspires people to take her advice. Finally, one leading positive change that was noted in the slides was the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls. And in this academy, she's empowering girls to be their best self. And the final slide shows the references to all of the studies that we did to compile this presentation. I hope that you have enjoyed this presentation and have been able to solidify some of the course training through the life of Oprah Winfrey. I thank you for listening to it, and appreciate any responses that you will leave as feedback to the video. Thank you so very much.